for the room. What's the worst podcast you have ever listened to? I know who you about to say, but I can't even. What, the worst podcast?
Worst podcast I've ever listened to? Probably my earlier shit.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody, I don't even want to say that. I was about to say everybody's first year, but that's not true. Some people come out the gate going crazy.
The worst podcast I've ever listened to. I don't know.
Nigga, it's the worst. I forgot it.
Yo, that ass, bro.
Let me think of the worst podcaster.
Yeah, don't you? Normally you like erase the bad podcast from your memory as quickly as possible.
Especially if you kind of like the person.
And now I'm trying to think, did we ever cover one and was like, we're covering it because of how bad it was? I don't even remember us.
You've definitely done that with some sharp interviews, but I mean,
yes, shit suck.
Yeah.
But
we got an answer.
I told him to his face though.
Hey,
I'm just doubling down. Yeah,
bad
podcast, very consistent. Yeah,
bad podcast is kind of vague too, because like, what exactly does that mean? Like, technically, when Joe Budden went on Tax Stone, that was a bad podcast, but it was legendary. But it was legendary.
Yeah.
Like, ideally, your guest doesn't get up and try to walk the fuck out. That's not a good interview.
To me, though, like some of the worst podcasts I've probably seen in my life have been No Jumper podcasts. I'm not gonna lie, because there's just like at times there's been like a tolerance for interrupting and over talking that, like, to me is just so inexcusable. But like the gay Crip one. Oh my God. Because Crip Mac does not shut the fuck up the whole time, no matter who's talking. It's maddening. Sharp, to his credit, did a good job by just getting out the way on that.
Yeah.
But like Crip Mac and Brick Baby are having a talk over each other fest the whole time. It was difficult.
Bro, when my first appearance here doing the No Jumper News,
that shit is chaos.
Fucking terrible. It was terrible. It was Tico Tessus, Dejon, Flacco, Hellcat, and myself.
Because it's like the wrong incentives of like, oh, everybody wants to get their point across, but nobody really is incentivized to create a cohesive product.
I'm like, did we not hear? Do you hear us? There are people talking right now. I was trying to get my sassy line off like 5 times.
Oh my God.
I just doubled down on it. I was like, I'm getting this shit off before I leave here. Like,
that was so fucking funny.
Like, fuck.
It almost didn't happen, nigga.
Bro, I had to fight for that shit. And it was funny because it was like, I sent it to my mom like, Mom going crazy. The sheriff just posted me too. You know what I'm saying? And then I sent it to my mom, and then a couple minutes later, I was like, honestly, I don't even know if you want to listen to this. It's you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I listening to? These people are just yelling right now. You know?
Where's AJ?
Yeah, like
We're ever gonna see Dejon coming in here wobbling? You know what I'm saying, on that one leg again? He's ever gonna come back and try to work for you?
Why would he be on one leg? Did something happen?
Office hours.
He tripped.
Hashtag office hours.
I don't think anyone thinks that happened to him, right? I've yet to meet someone who.
Everybody in this office is so fucking weird about it.
Dejon was the only one that was here when it happened.
Nigga, nobody was here.
Yeah, that's the strangest part is that, like, I don't fucking know, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm the girl. I don't care.
And the way y'all handle it every time is just,
it's hilarious.
Makes it even better, honestly.
It's just like, what the
but hashtag
this
office
is the
hours.
dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anything like this though?
Meg Thee Stallion, a little bit.
Yes, but at least like she went to the hospital and found something.
And you can see it. There was a picture. There was a picture. No, it was like a little, like
the cops got called. There's another thing that didn't happen here.
Yeah, there's no police report.
Yeah, which is something I said on the pod.
Yeah,
y'all niggas trying to make it seem like niggas get shot.
And then if whack is to be believed too, the insurance
they turned down the workers' comp claim. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, which means they didn't see nothing either that they needed to look into. So
it's irrelevant to talk about it.
Yeah,
I was there,
but I
in the other room. But
yeah,
if something like that happened.
There's no mystery.
It's not a subtle thing.
It's
the most in-your-face thing that could ever happen to you.
We probably see bullet holes somewhere in this motherfucker.
That is something I need to check. Actually,
I was about that's actually crazy.
The fact that I even have to be involved with this is insane.
All right, hashtag office hours. Who do you think is the best podcast B mic?
Podcast B mic.
Jamie.
Lush. I was going to say Jamie.
Because he's really good at pulling shit up on the screen.
Yeah. I was going to say Jamie, he doesn't talk often.
We call them, that would be the 6th man though.
That's true. Yeah, definitely.
Trying to think. Best B man. Shout out B Dot. I can't think of anybody right now.
I'll nominate Les, and I'm dead serious.
I have an incredibly
Lush is nice, bro.
unpopular
He's nice.
opinion is that one of my favorite top 3 podcasts to listen to about music is the New York Times Popcast with Joe Coscarelli and John Caramanica. And I understand it's deeply unpalatable to you guys to listen to white people talk about rap music.
I'm surprised you have white habits.
John Caramanica is top tier. Joe Coscarelli is so good. Their podcast is killer when it comes to analyzing
For
rap.
real?
Yeah.
All right,
but they
I'm gonna check it
also, you'll have to scroll past episodes about Taylor Swift and shit like that. And obviously it's
Because they cover all music?
yeah, they're going to
Gotcha.
cover the big shit in rap.
Okay,
But when
okay.
I saw they talked about Kendrick and Drake, I was like, boom, first one I clicked
they
on.
did good?
I wanted to hear them talk about it bad.
You clicked in before you click academics?
Well, that's different because
Yeah,
it's
okay,
a
but it's
9-hour
live.
stream
Yeah.
carved up into 20-minute chunks. But even then, okay, if I saw a 37-minute clip of academics talking about me firing hosts or whatever,
Yeah.
if that was 9 minutes, I already would have watched it. 37 minutes, I
feel you.
don't know. It's I have such a high standard for something that's that long.
No, I mean, I have a timer in our studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a 15-minute timer.
Do you listen to shit on 1.5x?
No, I don't.
Welcome to the big leagues. That's how you really cruise through.
That's welcome.
1.25x is required for a huge percentage of podcasts. 1.5x, a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Anything above that is kind of freaky to me.
Yeah.
All right,
you
so
gotta have to interrupt
I think you are right. I think I do need it. But I get irritated when it changes the voice, though.
Yeah.
And I feel like 1.5 changes the voice, but 1.25 doesn't, though.
But anyone I'm listening to over the age of 50, I gotta speed that shit up.
I'm
Because
not mad at
motherfuckers
that.
start talking
Yeah,
slow and they get old. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
And then on top of that too, it's if I'm listening to you talk about rap, I just don't need my whole brain to listen to it most of the time because I already know so much of what you're gonna say.
A lot of the time you're covering.
But it's
shit
if
that-
I'm listening to some shit about Israel, no, I'm not speeding this up. If anything, I should probably slow it down because this is not my forte.
Right.
You know?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't know.
Okay.
Shout out to Israel.
And I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's so hard for me to I don't know. If I just keep it no jumper since we're here, that's the easiest.
Flacco.
House phone.
Worst co-host?
Best.
Oh,
Best beat
okay.
Mike.
Okay.
House phone.
House phone.
It was fun.
Fire. It was always good.
Say
It was
fun.
always good, bro. Yeah.
Good energy, chaotic energy, but good. But
House
it was
phone-
such a roll of the dice too, because he would come in really on point sometimes, and then other times he would come in and it would be oh, that Sunday party session is still whooping your ass on Tuesday night.
Right.
Yeah.
AD, I was telling AD when I saw him recently, his analogy for house phone years ago when y'all were all still doing the podcast, he was like, house phone is the dad that says I'll be there on Friday. He might not show up, but when he does come, it's going to be a good time. I was like, that shit is so fucking accurate.
That's
because
funny.
when house phone would miss, I don't give a fuck. Because when he comes back, it's going to be lit. It was he was there's only so many people who get that type
That
of grace with the fan base, you
That's
know?
funny. Yeah.
You got to grab 30 rebounds a night, nigga.
House phone, Lush, they're in that category.
Yeah. Hashtag office hours. Please react to No Jumper News from 5/17
This niggas put the time
2050
date.
to 44 mark. Oh no,
don't
we have
know
to do
about
that when we
that.
get home because that's a 24-minute mark
Come
that
on,
you
my
want us
nigga,
to
shit.
evaluate.
You're fucking
I'm looking to spark a discussion. Yeah, that's gonna have to become another topic.
That's Patreon.
because,
I was going to save that shit.
yeah, because we
That's
can't
too
just go
much
through
right
20
there.
minutes. I don't even know what happened in there. It might be some wild shit.
Yeah, you can't even see over the light bulb to pull it up.
Might ruin this podcast.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is what. That's too much fucking work.
This is something small because I want you to win. AJ, yes, we know what you mean, bro. Take your time, fam. Truly no shade. Support from the 828. Keep going. Hashtag office hours.
I don't even know what that means.
Shout out
Like,
I
828.
think I
you
know what he
dropped
means.
a lot of means on the pod.
Possibly.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and I think I do that.
Nick said we understand you.
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Yeah, no.
Hey, we country.